Hello guys, I'm up here at the start of the old Pacific Highway. This is a bit of a famous road in Sydney. This is where the bikers come to have fun on a Sunday. There's a freeway that connects these two cities, so the only people that really use this road now are cyclists and motorcycle riders. If you've ever watched a video of like guys riding in California around LA, you know, the snake? This is kind of like our snake. Lots of nice twisty corners, nice smooth surface, always good fun. Anyway, this video is about continuing a tradition I started last year where I'm going to talk about my favourite bike for the year. So, let's get on the 899 and get started, shall we? A little bit of rain on the visor. We won't let that deter us now, will we? Alright, quick explanation of what I'm going to do here. If you weren't around for the 2015 version, you can check it out here. My favourite bike of 2016 is not my favourite bike of all the ones that came out in 2016. It's just the ones that I rode for the first time. So it's a total hodgepodge of cruisers, sport bikes, naked bikes. It's just a bit of fun. It's like my year in review. And it's been a bit of a busy year. I've rode 15 bikes for the first time in 2016. So that's kind of cool. Should make for an interesting video. What I also realised is I only had 8 bikes to talk about last year, and that turned into a kind of long video. So what I'm going to do this year is just talk about my favourite 3 learner bikes and my favourite 3 unrestricted bikes. A top 3 in each. Because this is the year when I got my full license. So my 3 favourite learner legal bikes for 2016. And in third place we have the Zero S electric motorcycle. Let's have a quick look back at what I thought of it at the time. I feel like I've just rambled all over the place about this bike, but there is just so much to take in that I almost didn't know where to start. This bike is so cool and so different that it's just blowing my mind. 2 things really stood out for me about the Zero S. The first being it is so damn easy to use. Like I was saying, because it's clutchless and gearless and you've got instant access to torque, it becomes the easiest bike in the world to scoot around in traffic with. It really does feel like a powerful scooter when you're in the city. On top of that, I love the fact that it's silent. When I was riding it through traffic, I felt really safe on it because I was so aware of my surroundings. And yeah, some people will say it's, you know, part of the thrill of riding a bike is the cool sounds they make. And I wouldn't say it's better or worse, it was just a different experience for me, but a good one, really cool. The only problem with the Zero at the moment is they're really expensive up front. So all that money you save on fuel is just going to recoup the price you've already paid for it. Yeah, nonetheless, amazing bike. I love where Zero's heading with this, and I think it's a worthwhile addition to my 2016 favourite bikes. Alright, runner-up position, learner category. I really like the new and improved Suzuki SV650. Incredible bike. Let's have a little flashback to what I said about the SV at the time. But I'll tell you what, I reckon this is going to appeal to a lot of people because a new rider can get on it and just feel safe and comfortable. But the chassis feels quite sporty and that engine's got heaps of character as well, so I reckon it's going to keep more experienced riders interested as well. So why do I love the SV so much? Well, I guess to me it's the perfect learner bike, to be honest. Like, I know people will see 650cc's and think, oh, that's a bit big and a bit powerful for a learner, but just the combination of how light and agile the bike is, the low seat height, the torquey engine, it's a real doddle to ride if you're brand new, but it also still has that really sporty character to it. And I think if you had it out here, for example, on the weekend, you'd still have a lot of fun pushing this bike a bit further because it's got loads of potential as well. The only thing that really let the SV down in my mind was just a bit of a lack of character. It's almost a little bit too clinical to begin with. But again, I've heard what an SV sounds like with an aftermarket exhaust, so there is potential there. Alright, so that leads me on to number one. Number one bike of 2016 that I rode, learner category, Honda CBR 250RR. And this one was a clear winner in my mind. To my mate, Brant, if you're watching, thanks for the lend of the bike, mate. It was a real highlight of the year for me to ride that thing. Why did I like it so much? If I had to describe it in one word, it's what the Harley and the SV didn't quite have, and that's character. The 250RR just makes you feel like you're going twice the speed you are all the time. And that might sound silly because sometimes you want to chill out, but it's a motorbike, right? It's supposed to make you feel good. And especially here in Australia, where you've got to spend 3 years on a restricted license, to me, a 250RR is the bike that's gonna make you want to keep riding, and it's gonna make you want to be a better rider because it's a proper sports bike. It's responsive. It's got that insanely revvy engine. And yeah, they're getting a bit old, but I still wouldn't hesitate to buy one. If I was getting started again and my priority was learning the sport of riding, I just don't see how you can go wrong on a 250RR. So here's a quick little flashback to my 250RR experience. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ridden a 250RR? What did you think of it? I had a blast. Halfway through the 2016 year in review, thought I'd get off the bike for a little break. Yeah, that just about wraps up the learner segment. I thought it was worth splitting up the learner bikes because they are, they're built to a different audience and different people are going to be interested in them. So yeah, I thought that was a good way to just kind of separate things, kind of talk about both kinds of bike without muddying the waters too much. Geez, I love this road. It's obviously rained here overnight, so it does look a little bit slippery, and I'm taking it nice and easy, but that's the great thing about this road. It can still be enjoyed at a leisurely pace. Speaking of leisurely pace, look at these guys. No engine. Keen as. Alrighty, let's get back on the machine and talk about the next three, my favourite three unrestricted bikes of 2016. Okay, let's get back into it and talk about my three favourite unrestricted bikes of 2016. In third place, Triumph Daytona 675R. Sometimes you sit in that nice European car and everything just feels well built. I got the exact same feeling when I was sitting on the Triumph. And don't get me wrong, the bike is a weapon. It's made to go really fast at a racetrack. But what I love about it is it's not rough around the edges like a race bike. It's beautifully finished. Everything feels high quality. The gearbox is silky smooth. The engine hardly vibrates at all. It's that Swiss watch kind of feeling that I got from the Daytona. In fact, I think I said something to that very effect in the video. Let's check it out. But wow, I feel quite lucky to be on this thing. This is a marvel of engineering right here, folks. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece of kit. If you ever get a chance to try a Daytona 675, do so. So downsides for the 675. Well, to be honest, it's a really hard bike to fault. I mean, like all sports bikes, it's going to be a bit of a chore on the road. But again, not so much as probably a 600 four-cylinder, because it's got that extra torque. It's a bit more of a mid-rangey type engine, which really suits road riding. So it's really only the seating position that's going to bother you. Yeah, all in all, an astonishing bike, and my only regret is that I didn't get to ride it on a road like this, because I think that's when it would truly shine for the gem that it is. Alright, moving on, runner-up. My second favourite bike of 2016 was the Yamaha MT-09. The first thing you're probably thinking is, how on earth did the MT-09 do better than the Triumph Daytona? Well, let me explain. To me, the MT-09, first of all, it's for a bigger audience. More people are going to enjoy the MT-09 than the Daytona, I reckon. Because like I said, the Daytona's a real precision instrument, a real scalpel. And it's really only at home going crazy fast. What I love about the MT-09 is it's got character, it's got heaps of torque, it's a burly machine, but at the same time, it's a total pussycat when you ride it through traffic. So you can dawdle around on the MT-09, way under the speed limit, splitting through cars, commuting to work if you need to, knowing in the back of your mind that you've also got a really fun toy for the weekend. A toy that, with a little bit of tweaking, is going to hold its own against sports bikes. So yeah, let's do a quick little flashback to the MT-09 clip. Just remember what I said about it at the time. Whoa. So there you have it, folks. MT-09. What can I say? Effortless power, ridiculously comfy ergos, and now with traction control. So there you go. Alrighty, which brings us to number one. The number one bike, my favourite bike of 2016. If you follow the channel, you probably know what I'm going to say right now. Because really, it'd be a little bit silly of me to choose anything else for my favourite bike of the year, but the one that I bought, right? So yes, it may not be the biggest surprise, but it's true. My favourite bike of 2016 is this one. The 899 Panigale. I showed you guys the tunnel before. It's actually a fluke that the video came to an end here, but seems like as good a place as any to wrap it up. So yep, this is it, folks. My favourite bike of 2016. The one that I bought, the Ducati 899. What do I love about it? Well, for me, it's just the perfect mix of road bike and sport riding. I can ride this thing around in traffic. I can ride it around town on the weekend if I need to, and it's not a complete pain in the backside. But then I can bring it out here on the weekend and just have an absolute blast on it. It's hard to sum up in a few words. It's kind of a combination of things. Just when I rode it, it just spoke to me. It sounds great. It's easy to ride. You can get it around in traffic with no problem. Yeah, it's just a real all-rounder. So there you are, folks. That's a wrap. That's my favourite bike of 2016 video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Were there any surprises on there for you? Anything that made my top 3 that you didn't expect? And what about the other bikes on the list? Is there anything on there that you thought, oh, that's bound to be one of his favourites and just didn't get a mention? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.